Greece has it all: sea, mountains, good food, ancient history, a great climate, and life expectancy which is higher than most EU countries. Another good thing about Greece is that the crime rate is low. Recently, Greece approved several changes to tax legislation, which has made property buying a more attractive option. I did a video recently on this, which I will leave in the link below in the comment section. Today, though, I want to concentrate on what I think are the best 5 places in Greece to buy real estate. Unfortunately, although very popular and very beautiful as well, the Greek islands of Mykonos and Santorini do not make the list, as they are very expensive places to buy real estate. In prime Santorini, you can expect to pay 10,000 euros per square meter for a property, and even in less desirable locations, you are looking at easily 4,000 to 5,000 euros per square meter. Now in Mykonos, it is a bit less expensive, but nevertheless very pricey. So here are my 5 places to buy property in Greece. And coming in at number 5 is Rhodes. Now Rhodes is the 4th largest island in Greece. It has a population of 115,000. The island has lovely beaches, castles, monasteries. It has the famous palace of the Grand Master of the Knights of Rhodes, an archaeological museum, and hot springs as well. Infrastructure is also good here. Rhodes Airport flies to many destinations across Europe, as well as Tel Aviv in Israel. Now, in addition, ferries from Athens and cities in Turkey also come here. And the great news is that property is not too expensive. Typically, a 1-bedroom apartment will cost you around 75,000 euros. Townhouses will typically cost upwards of 200,000 euros, whilst villas will set you back 400,000 euros plus. Now, if you are worried about lack of shops, restaurants, theatres or cinemas, well, it's not a problem here. The island also has a large water park. Now, taking things on a square metre basis, you are looking on average at 2,500 euros per square metre, typically if you want to buy a property in Rhodes. And this is a lot cheaper, as I said, than Santorini especially, and Mykonos. However, it is not by any stretch of the imagination the cheapest island to buy in Greece. So, coming in at number 4, and I absolutely love this island, and it is an island with a population of over 100,000 people. It's the island of Corfu. Now, it is the 2nd largest of the Ionian Islands and has the influence of many cultures, including Roman and Venetian. The old town of Corfu city is a World Heritage Site as well, and there are numerous things to see on the island. Now, for archaeological lovers, it is a true paradise. There are also many castles, museums, libraries and theatres. And very importantly, the infrastructure here is also good. There's a network of roads with regular buses, international ferries to Italy as well as other Greek islands, and an airport that flies to many destinations across Europe as well as Tel Aviv in Israel. The good news here is that although real estate prices have recovered somewhat from their lows, they are still very, very reasonable. So we are talking on average only 1,500 to 1,700 euros per square meter. So with a budget of, for example, 250,000 euros, you can actually buy a very nice new house. And this is something you cannot do, obviously, in an island like Santorini. But also, if your budget doesn't stretch that far, you can actually buy a decent apartment, a decent 2-bedroom apartment for around 100,000 euros. and a one-bedroom might set you back 70,000 euros. And for such a beautiful island, these prices, I think, are very, very, very reasonable. Now, coming in at number 3, and this, for me, I think, given the circumstances of what's happened, I think of all the islands to invest in, I think this is the best island. And this is the largest island of Greece as well as the 5th largest island in the Mediterranean, and it is Crete. Now, Crete has a population of over 600,000. You will find here wonderful beaches, ancient history in abundance, as the island was under one time or another Roman, Andalusian Arab, Venetian and Ottoman rule. There are many things to see here, like caves, landscapes, monasteries, museums and ancient ruins. And infrastructure-wise, I think Crete is fantastic. I think it is the best island of the lot because it has 8 public hospitals, 3 universities, an extensive bus network, 2 major seaports and 3 airports, 2 of which are international airports. Now, these 2 international airports have flights to all over Europe and Tel Aviv. Heraklion Airport, in addition, flies to Abu Dhabi and Almaty in Kazakhstan. Now, the best news of all are the property prices. Real estate prices have barely recovered since the crash. On average, prices on the island are well under 2,000 euros per square meter, and you can pick up a nice 2-bedroom apartment for around 100,000 euros. In my view, when it comes to the islands, Crete is the best place to buy real estate. And I'll repeat again, it's the prices. But I think also, not only the prices, you are buying not quite at the bottom, but fairly near the bottom compared to the other islands I've mentioned. And it has by far, it's the biggest and the most facilities. Now, coming in at number 2, and I think this city deserves to be at number 2, is the city of Salonika. Now, with a population of just over 800,000, Salonika is the 2nd largest city in Greece and very much, in my opinion, an undervalued city. The Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are numerous resorts, museums, galleries, archaeological sites, and a number of festivals. The good news here, if you do invest, the population of Salonika is growing, albeit slightly, and it is already very densely populated. And as I've said, this makes property investing here good. The infrastructure is also of a good standard as well. Look at the Aristotle University of Salonika, which has over 100,000 students and is actually the largest in all of the Balkans. In addition, Salonika has the 2nd most important port of Greece and a metro system which is due to open in the near future. Now, admittedly, there have been a lot of problems with this project, but with a metro system, this will improve the city no end. And the airport flies to many destinations across Europe, plus Tel Aviv in Israel. Now, property prices are very reasonable. We're talking on average around 1,500 to 1,007 euros per square meter. And the great news here is that you can buy 1-bedroom apartments for around 50 to 70,000 euros. That is pretty good when you consider that this is a lovely city. You can actually go to the beach here. There's a lot to see and do. Now, coming in at number 1, and I think this is not going to surprise many of you, and it is the capital, Athens. Now, Athens, as I've said, is the capital of Greece and the cradle of ancient civilization. The city is home to over 3 million people, and it is one of the most densely populated cities in Europe. Furthermore, the population, albeit slightly, is increasing. From Athens airport, you can fly to numerous destinations in Europe, a number of cities in Canada and the US. Furthermore, you can fly direct to Beijing, Singapore, Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, Cairo, Alexandria, and a number of the Gulf cities, and Tel Aviv as well. You can therefore see it is a truly global hub for travel. Athens also has the largest passenger port in Europe. Now, the Greek capital currently is the only city in Greece with a metro system. Now, that's going to change obviously with Thessaloniki, but as things stand, only Athens can you ride the metro in Greece. But you can also get around with buses, trams, and suburban electric trains. Now, in recent years, a number of projects have been implemented which has transformed the city into a modern metropolis. Now, although prices for real estate have been on the rise, they are still very, very reasonable. And I think the best place to buy property are in the central districts, where property goes for under 2,000 euros per square meter. And if you buy a one-bedroom flat in the centre, expect to earn a yield of 6% or perhaps even more. Now, I recommend the centre because in the more elite areas in the south, expect to pay over 3,000 euros per square meter. So those are my 5 best places to invest or even a lifestyle purchase in Greece. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you agree that these are the 5 best places to buy property in Greece? If not, please let me know and please comment below. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching this video, and I shall see you on the next one very, very soon.